Um, Also, the last one from KPMG Enterprise Family Business Report, over 70% of family business leaders say that working with relatives deepens family bonds, passing down values alongside wealth. So, so think about this, right? This is your golden opportunity. So you sit there and you're thinking about business a lot, you're talking about business a lot, you're instilling the right values, you're sharing ideas, you're working together, and then let's say you build something that's working really well. It's pretty cool to know that you then have a pool of talent you can draw from, that young people in the family, their first experience in business is going to be to come work with you. I remember many years ago when my daughter was complaining about her job. She had a job and they were treating her badly. It was a racist kind of job, and she was telling me how sad it was, and I didn't want to see my daughter sad. And I remember the pride I felt when I said, you know what, to hell with those people, quit your job, you can come work with me. And it was that simple, right? And I didn't have a ton of money at that time, but I had a business, I had some extra capital, I was able to pay her to come and work with me. And I think that a lot of us wish we could do that, right? When your child is complaining about the pain they're experiencing at their job, it'd be nice to do something about it other than to tell them how to cope with their abuser, right? We spend a lot of time in these abusive economic relationships, and all we know to do is to cope or to somehow find some way. Maybe we drink our problems away, and we cry ourselves to sleep every night, or we get together with other abused people and we trauma bond around how horrible white people treat us on that job. I don't think that's I know that that's not healthy. I mean, imagine if you had a friend that was in a marriage like that. You wouldn't want them to sit there in that situation. So I would say to you that, economically speaking, black people have been for a very long time in an abusive relationship with white America, with these corporations that are owned by other people. We are typically led to feel like we are powerless to change it. In many cases, when we talk about what the solution is something that depends on them changing their behavior. It has nothing to do with you. When I hear solutions a lot, it's like we need white people to stop doing this. We need companies to stop doing that. You need to get your DEI program back. That's why we're going to boycott you, Target, because you need to change your behavior. And I understand that. I respect that, but I don't think that's the most efficient solution. The most efficient solution to the DEI problem is black owned businesses. The reason people don't like the solution is because it's not a quick fix. People don't like it because it requires discipline. People don't like it because it requires some risk taking. People don't like it because it requires expanding our thinking. People don't like it because it takes time. It takes time to build industry. It does. Once you build it, it's great. Like the NFL is a multi-billion-dollar entity. It took time to build that. The families that built the NFL had to spend decades pouring into a league that looked like it wasn't even going to survive, and they had to believe in that vision. And now they're making billions of dollars in their sleep. Right, their grandchildren are doing amazing things. So really, everything comes back to love. And I think the question is: do you love yourself? Do you love your community? Do you love your great grandchildren enough to sacrifice for them? Do you like? I mean, that requires vision. It's hard for me to love a person I've never met. But if I sit and I gain my consciousness and I meditate on that and I imagine, my descendant 80 years from now, and the fact that they're still going to be black. Remember, think about it like this: it's 2025. Booker T. Washington and W.E.B. Du Bois were writing about the very same problems you're experiencing right now. Malcolm X, 80 years ago, or 60 years ago, however long it was talking about the same problems that you're experiencing right now. Anybody ever heard Malcolm X talk about the Democrats and the Republicans and how they use you? Like, anybody ever heard? I mean, it's like, man, he could have gave that speech Tuesday, and it still would have been relevant. So they're gonna have the same problems you have. Exactly.